This morning I saw the high heels that Ralph's going to wear. You know, he's going out as a woman tonight.
Oh, does he have his outfit?
He doesn't have the whole outfit, but I saw his shoes. They're really pretty. They don't show his feet enough, though.
When is that happening?
I think tonight. They're going out and shooting.
And Fabian's going to come in?
Yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to have all that. We'll have the tape of it and everything.
Oh, wonderful.
Ralph lost the Super Bowl bet, so he has to dress up in panties and mini dress. Hey, Ralph, come in and show Robin your high heels. Very pretty.
What size shoe does he wear? These gigantic high heels?
Not that big. He's going to be the biggest, ugliest girl.
Ralph, a dainty girl.
Show your booties. Your girl boots.
They're manly.
Let's see. Aren't those precious?
Aren't they cute? Ooh, and that's about a 5-inch heel.
Look at this heel.
Did you go with Fabian to buy those?
Yeah.
Fabian's this guy who cuts my hair, and he's a transsexual or a transvestite.
No.
What is he?
He just does shows. I mean, he doesn't walk around like that during life.
Yeah. He doesn't?
He's a transvestite.
No, he's a. There's so many classifications.
See, Ralph's really getting into it.
Yeah, I'm finding out everything.
Well, when Fabian's here, he'll tell us what he is.
All right, because the transvestite just dresses up in women's clothing.
Yeah, if you say to this guy, Fabian, you're transvestite, he'll be like, darling, what are you talking about? You don't know? I don't dress up. I dress up only for work. That's it.
There's queens, there's trannies, there's transvestites, there's transsexuals. There's...
Ralph getting sucked into the whole world. Yeah, what exactly are you?
I'm some poor idiot who lost a bet.
Have they figured out your classification?
Homo.
No, but
Dominic called me the other night. He goes, I feel really bad about the bet. I go, why? Why are you having bad feelings? Because Ralph was raped when he was a young boy by a priest. I go, Dominic, what are you talking about? And he was dead serious. He goes, you heard his story. I go, he said he went into a room with a priest. The priest got in bed with another boy, and he slept on the floor. He goes, I said,
don't you believe it for a minute.
He said, don't you know? That's denial.
You mean there was no other boy?
Yeah. Ralph was the boy in the bed.
There was no denial. I would have remembered that.
You even said you're having some memories that aren't too clear. About a camera or something?
No. It was
what did you tell me back in the office?
No, I was joking when I said a camera.
I see.
That priest used to always he was hissy, not me, but he was always hugging kids and stuff. I mean, it was really.
Did he hug you, Ralph? Tell the truth.
Maybe I don't remember. He hugged him.
Oh boy.
See, all of a sudden he doesn't want to remember.
Yeah, he's pushing this out of his mind.
It's like if a parent hugs you, it's like okay,
I don't understand something.
But after that, I never let the guy go near me.
Your mom said you needed a male role model because your dad left you at an early age.
This guy was a counselor. He was a priest.
Right.
But he also
decided to take on a camping trip.
He also served as a counselor, so I would go every once in a while and talk to him. My mother thought that I needed counseling.
She wasn't off of that. It's just who she chose. So she sent you to a priest.
Yeah.
A guy,
are
women
naive? In his office.
Don't most women realize that most priests are gay?
No,
this was a small town. This was our parish. It was classic. I mean, it was.
You know how many guys study for the Jesuit priesthood? And they're homos, and they don't want to admit it to themselves, and then when they do, they leave the priesthood. A lot of them do that.
Some of the honorable ones.
The honorable ones do. I know a real honorable one who did that, but I'm not talking about that yet.
Dominic's on the phone.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Dominic.
I really do feel bad. I know you think I'm joking.
You think Ralph was raped?
Well,
Dominic, what do you think happened?
Well, you may be in denial because you even said you didn't remember how it ended.
No.
Because you can't even remember. Okay.
Yeah, you don't remember how you got to that room.
So your mom sends you over to the priest. He decides to take you on a camping trip because you're so screwy. And your mom goes, yeah, sure, just take him for a couple of nights. The next thing you know, you're not even on a camping trip. You're in the priest's bedroom.
It was late. We were going to get an early start.
Yeah, he couldn't get an early start. He couldn't pick Ralph up.
He couldn't pick you up at the house.
Yeah, you had to sleep over.
Well, hey,
is your mother naive or what?
But he had the force.
Isn't she? Hey, sorry, dude, but your mom is naive. I want to get an early start.
All the kids see this behavior. The parents don't.
If an adult asked my daughter to sleep over because they have to get an early start, I don't care if they're a teacher or what they are. I mean, just because they're a teacher, they're not perverted?
Your kids ever go on sleepovers?
Yeah, with other little kids.
Well, so there was another little kid there.
But your priest is making no sense. He has to have an early start.
Well, hey.
I mean, how far did you live?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I mean, he could have picked you up. What do you mean early start?
He wanted to get an early start on me.
Nice big, yeah, right.
That's right. The night before.
Let's start now.
But in fairness, his mother, that
Holy
was a
water.
time where people weren't as aware.
Yeah.
But all 4 characteristics are there for sexual abuse. 1, man of authority.
Right.
2, secrecy.
Yeah.
3, reward. And 4, enticement. And the enticement was, remember, he even showed him the dirty books.
Right.
Right.
Where's secrecy? What you
Well,
mean?
the secrecy is he tells you not to tell anyone.
No, he didn't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, he told you, go tell the world I'm showing you dirty books.
No, he didn't.
No, he told you.
I don't remember.
Ah, you don't remember. So
That was a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, I don't remember a lot of other
Come
things
on,
from
when
when I
a
was.
priest does stuff like this, you remember.
Yeah.
No, you try and block
No, you
it out. You don't want to. You don't want to
What
remember
are
it.
you blocking out?
Right.
He's blocking out the whole story is what he's blocking out.
The whole incident.
We can't figure out, because all we know is he ended up on the floor, but we don't know what happened after
yeah.
I
that.
don't sit and
Robin, what
savor it like
He
it was a
doesn't
magic
even remember
moment.
what he was wearing on the floor.
Ralph,
What I
Ralph,
was wearing.
let me take you through
Well,
this
I had
again.
a
Let me
nice
take you through
But
this again.
first of all, you do block out what happens,
Let me go just
and that's
put my
how
heels on.
that's how a child's body is able to handle it. They become dysfunctional. The only way we can do it if we hypnotize them back. Now, I was thinking of forgiving the bet, but I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, you got to go through it anyway.
What I will do in the alternative is not insult or tease him for an entire year.
Oh.
Really?
Yep. And he can say all the fat jokes he wants.
Dominic, let me be serious for a
I would
second.
miss it.
Dominic, let me be serious for a
I'd
second.
miss it,
Are you
Dominic.
saying to me, and don't do this for the radio,
Right.
did you think Ralph was
abused.
molested and
Yeah.
abused by this priest?
Yes. And I'm being very serious. And I also think that you know, bad. And I really, now I regret the things I said. I feel like Jackie apologizing to his wife.
You mean when you called Ralph a homo and stuff
I feel bad now.
because you feel the priest turned him into a homo?
No.
Dominic, can we sue the priest?
Well, if you'll go to hypnosis and we'll try to do a recapture of the memory the first time you discover it. There's a lot of changes in statute of limitations. You know, I have the largest verdict in this area, but what I would like to do is try it.
How much money?
Pay for the hypnosis.
Let me get this straight, Dominic. Are you being serious? If Ralph gets hypnotized and they find out that he was molested?
Well, there's
I
different.
wasn't molested.
There's different.
Calm down.
Calm down, man. You had a horrible
Why do you
experience.
have to
How much money did you get for that person?
Well, there's difference. You know, first we have to see if we can fall within the statute and where it occurred, because I think it's interesting, because I was thinking about it. Didn't it happen in New Jersey?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's a better state. We have a longer statute than New York, I think. New York, there's a 10-year limit. There's changes in the legislature. He may have to be hypnotized to come back to realize it. You see, when the child is abused, the child is only a little person, and at that moment, that person blocks the memory by regressing over it. So if we regress the
So when Ralph was raped, he could have blocked the whole thing
I
out.
wasn't raped.
he may not have been raped, but he certainly...
He might have been fondled.
Yeah, he might have been
What the trick
fiddled
is...
with.
Right, the abuse...
Ralph, you don't even know?
No, he did.
But wait a second. Let me get this straight. So you go into the priest's room. All right, let's review, okay? Just to make sure we're
I went
all
into
talking
it.
about
Ralph was going on a fishing trip.
What is it, Jack? Jackie has a
some
question.
kind of selection process. If the priest had 2 boys in there, at some point there had to be a determination. This one will go in the bed with me, and this one will go on the floor.
Well, let me back up. Let me go
I
back.
think the one who was there with him already had done something with him before.
Why do you say that?
Because he like just hopped into bed with them and like I don't know, he had been like around. I know that he had. I know that
He only
had
remembers the
been
other boy's
friendly with the
experience.
priest.
Yeah, the other boy is Ralph, you know.
No, but Ralph...
That's what he did. He made him
I
another
swear to
boy.
God, I would remember if
No,
I
you
climbed
wouldn't.
into
Don't be
bed.
embarrassed.
I'm
No,
not
you wouldn't.
embarrassed. I would admit it. I
Maybe you
admit
don't know.
everything.
You might not know.
And that's a typical...
I would know if I went into that bed or not.
No, you wouldn't. And Ralph, that's a typical trick, to take one boy who's been abused and then let you think that that's a normal process.
That's right.
Right,
And
right.
showing the
Yeah, hey, it's
magazine-
no big deal to hop in.
Yeah, and you might
Right.
have been so freaked out by what happened to you that night that you blocked it out.
Yeah, the priest was just softening you up.
And the magazines titillate you, but you don't know why you're being excited.
I wasn't. They didn't titillate me.
Well,
I wasn't.
but that's what he's
I wasn't
hoping will do.
excited.
Right. He wants to get the topic onto sex.
And the point is, he was Ralph's counselor. He had already had Ralph in his clutches,
Right.
pouring out his heart.
And it's obvious Ralph's very feminine.
And he could tell that Ralph was
I
vulnerable.
was very manly.
And look at the profession you chose. You blow my hair
You're
out.
a hairdresser.
Yeah. I mean, glorified
I
hairdresser,
didn't
but
choose it. Just kind of happened.
well, exactly.
I was serving.
Why do you think it went that way?
It's the same thing with the priest. You just fell into it.
Yeah.
Well, a person of authority.
control over my
So you're
life.
saying you feel so bad for Ralph that you really genuinely believe he was molested as a child?
I think is a good possibility, and I'm sorry I said the things I've said all the time.
Yeah, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
See that?
I'm not sorry you said
See
him.
that, Dom?
You enjoyed them.
Yeah, I'll still say him.
I feel a little bit.
So, all right, let me get this straight.
A, I don't think
Let's
you
get
feel
this-
bad.
let's get the story
I wasn't
straight.
What did you
molested.
say?
I said I don't think you feel bad, but I think
No,
you're.
that's not true. I do feel bad.
I can tell his
Well,
voice.
Dominic, don't.
No, he told me on the phone the other night he felt really bad, and I thought he was joking at first.
No.
And I'm telling you, this is exactly how he was.
Does that, Dominic? Does that mean I don't have to get dressed up tonight?
No. I thought about that, and, I discussed it last night with Super Agent Don Buckwall. And
That's naked.
I can't let you out of the bed. It's just too much of the public wants
No,
it.
Dominic, I'm into it.
Yeah, he's getting into it. He feels pretty.
You should see these heels I got. I went for the big ones.
You should go down to a monastery and parade around like that. So wait a second,
Lots of
Ralph.
hands
Let me
up.
give me
Yeah,
this
go
straight.
back over the story again.
Let me get this straight. So you're over there that night,
Right.
and the priest says to you and your little buddy, it's just you and your friend, right? It's just two guys.
Well, okay. Whenever I got dropped off, it was late. I don't know what time.
Right.
And then I went into the rectory and into his
The
office.
rectumry.
The rectory. And then I went into his office,
Right.
and the other guy was already there.
Right.
And they were like hanging around. And I don't know if they were already looking at magazines or what, but at some point, a drawer opened up.
How weird is that when your priest is showing you naked magazines?
Girly magazine.
By the way, that's a defense mechanism. You
What?
called him another guy. He's actually another child.
Right. So he's trying to make it like an adult.
To me he was like 2 years
Why
old.
is that a defense mechanism?
Well, because he wants to try to make it an adult situation when it's really a child situation.
Right. Go ahead. Dominic knows a lot about this stuff, Ralph. Open yourself up to.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm starting to buy it.
I'm starting to think Dominic was raped.
I don't know.
All right.
It was abuse,
I see
but
how
get out.
Dominic was
a
raped.
good lawyer. He
Dominic
got
was-
a spin on it.
Wait a minute. Dominic just admitted. What?
Remember, I always tell the story. My mother would let me have grated cheese on my pasta.
Oh, please.
No, I thought it was when you were raped with a meatball hero. That's why you eat so much.
Did you get my envelope?
What? Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
All right. Anyway, so Ralph, you're in the rectumry. You walk in, and to your best of your recollection, you say they were already probably looking at some nudie magazines, and the drawer popped open, and there were more girly, but it was girl magazines, right? It was naked girls.
Yeah. It wasn't like homo mags.
Okay. And you're looking at them, and like, you know how weird that is when the priest.
The priest is doing that.
it
You
was-
know better than that.
Are they
Yeah,
sitting on
that's
a
not
bed
supposed
or-
to be right.
No, they're sitting in his
They're in an
office.
office.
No,
They're in an
but
office.
he's
And where is the priest sitting? Behind the desk?
Yeah, that's one.
And where are you guys
Is
sitting?
he looking at the magazines, or is he looking over your
Is
shoulder?
the kid on his lap?
No, he was like, I think he was kind of like at his desk, and the other kid was like in a chair somewhere. It was kind of like an office in
Yeah.
the rectory, and he was at his desk, and he opened up the drawer, and there was these magazines in it, and
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, man, dude. Don't be a baby.
the other,
Don't be embarrassed.
He can't even talk about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
the other kid was over sitting in a chair, and then I came in. I don't know. We sat down. We started talking or something, and I don't know. At some point, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they were already looking at him or he pulled them out. He's like, "Here."
But where
check
were you
these out."
sitting? Were you
Where
sitting
was
next
he
to the priest?
as
I don't know.
opposed to where you were?
I don't know exactly.
But you were sitting near each other?
Judge
Can I
Vito,
tell
I
you-
cannot remember.
No, come on.
Did
Ralph,
he
work
touch
with me.
you in any way?
No, he didn't touch me.
No, I'm just saying, did he rub your back or something? Say, here,
Ralph
young
can't
man.
remember
Yeah,
that.
Ralph obviously can't remember a lot about this night.
Yeah.
But would you like to know why the priest shows the magazines? Because and this is done in studies, it excites the pedophile to think that he is turning a heterosexual child into a homosexual child, because in his mind, he's in denial that he's really a pedophile and a homosexual.
What is it, John?
I got a guy on the phone who also knows Ralph, knows that the same passion is, and and he has some stories too about this guy, the same priest and everything.
Who is it?
Well, don't give the guy. Maybe the guy doesn't want his name on the air. Ralph, maybe the guy doesn't. Go ahead, John. Thanks. Let me see this. I don't want to identify the church. I don't want to identify the church. And just give me your first name.
Pat.
All right, Pat. You know Pat?
Is your last name begin?
Yeah, wait.
Does your last name
I-
begin with a D?
No. I know you. I know your sister.
Huh?
But anyway,
All right, so what happened to you?
Well,
what is the priest's first name?
I don't want it identified.
What does his last name begin with?
H.
Okay, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Wow. Dominic's licking his chops. He's smelling a big case.
While this is going on.
Are you eating or you're wowing to the case?
Wait a minute, Irma. Would you put down?
I want to know who this is,
now.
Pat.
Put the second helping down.
That's the first time I ever heard Dominic say, "Put the second helping down."
Food.
I think he smells the case. Anyway, so what happened to you?
Well, nothing really directly with me, but friends of mine verified. I mean, we talked about it on the playground. You know, we were playing during recess, and someone mentioned something about him, and like 4 of us were like, "Yeah, that happened to me too."
So he showed you pictures?
Yeah, he had magazines, and he had 8mm porno movies. I never saw them.
I never got the film show.
Yeah, I never saw them, but a friend said they were in this drawer in his in the rectory room.
Yeah, but I guess that was the big drawer. Now he also pulled out like some kind of mechanisms or something. I don't know what they did or what.
Vibrators?
It's funny.
It's hard to remember this.
Ralph, you've said that more than once, that there were mechanisms.
Right, yeah.
And yet you can't identify them because those are the things...
Because I didn't know what they... No, because...
You're blocking because they were used on him.
If somebody showed you a vibrator at 5 years old, would you know what it was?
Today I would.
Not unless it fit on a hero. But wait a minute. Let me do one more thing. Let me just say another thing. You know what?
Ralph gave in so fast, the priest didn't need the movies on him. That's what I get a feeling.
Hopped on.
I think Ralph was easy.
He didn't take long to look at the device.
Well, the two tragedies...
Pat, were you a migrator or like...
No.
Every
How much
time
older?
an adult chooses a child,
Yes.
what he's really doing is choosing his life over that child's life. And pedophiles do know how to pick vulnerable children. They are experts at it.
Wouldn't you pick Ralph if you...
Well, Ralph's a naive adult, so...
Ralph had a matriarchal family, and he had women around him.
No, that has nothing to do with it, guy.
Well, he might choose other people also, the priest.
This guy chose a lot of people.
I think this
There's a
this
potpourri.
priest was trying to get caught.
But Ralph was an easy mark, is what Dominic's saying, because the mom was looking for a role model for Ralph, so that's why Ralph got to sleep over.
him into his hands.
Yeah.
The truth is, everybody trusted this priest. I mean, parents, everybody.
Yeah, of course, because he's the priest. But meanwhile, he's just some dude.
Yeah, but
I love how people get caught up in his
All
religion.
it is the title. They don't know who
But
the
he
dude
was-
is.
A guy in a monkey suit.
He
The
was
priest
like...
comes into town, he automatically gets trust.
Yeah, right.
He was like the head guy. He was like above everyone. He was like higher than the principal.
All right, so wait a second. Let me get something straight.
Not
So
all priests do this.
let's go back to that night. So then you're
90%.
not all priests do that.
90%.
Yeah.
Now, Pat, were the other stories that you heard, were they just like the same, like he like whipped out the magazines, or was there like some kind of fiddling around with these other guys?
Well, I think he knew I wasn't receptive to it, so I really didn't...
What did he do to you? Like,
Nothing personally, but...
He just showed you the magazine.
but you said
but
you weren't
I
receptive.
I slept over one night.
Yeah, what happened? What happened
Were
there?
you in the bed with him?
Yeah.
Were you really?
I mean, I was innocent. I didn't know what...
Yeah, right. No, take it easy. No one's calling you a homo.
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
Howard, it's
Wasn't
nothing
that
to
bed
do with
like
being a
gigantic?
homo.
I know it has nothing to do with being a homo. That's what I'm telling you. But these guys think that's what... Listen, you're saying so you ended up in the bed with the guy?
Yeah. With another friend.
No kidding.
And again, look at the word Ralph uses. Fiddle around.
Yeah. This bed's sounding more and more like Disneyland.
I know. It sounds
So
actually...
you get into the bed with the guy, so he starts trying some stuff on you?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No. He didn't.
He's like,
But he did stuff to the other kid as though the kid has done it many times.
I see.
Again.
Nothing. Like, he kissed the kid, and I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, right.
On the mouth?
Yeah.
Did you tell it? You were freaked, right?
I was like horrified. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was horrifying because it's like, and then I had to spend the night there and then go somewhere with the next day. I just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to like, why are you coming home? My mother, why are you going home? I didn't want to have to tell her like,
I would have run.
Father.
Guess what, Mom?
Father homos.
Yeah, right.
How old was the kid he kissed?
How old was the kid he kissed?
7th grade.
An older boy. That's okay. Big deal.
Robin,
It's interesting that he always did the same thing. He liked to be watched, too.
Yeah.
So he'd bring another kid to watch and then have his sleeping partner.
Well, he was pretty brazen.
Yeah.
Sounds like he wanted to get caught.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You kids were
Who was the other kid he was kissing? What's his first name?
No, don't do that.
Stop, Ralph.
Ralph, what do you gossip? Ralph's like,
I'm just curious if it was the same guy.
What I'm the point I'm making is that Ralph is not lying.
No, I didn't think Ralph was lying. I think there's more that went on with Ralph and this priest that he knows about.
Well, not necessarily, because the guy, he knew who he could take advantage of. And
Yeah, but do you see how you remember everything?
I don't. I really don't remember everything.
Uh-oh. Maybe you had...
Hey, Dominic, there's a big case here.
Well, Robin, you said a moment ago that you would run, but if an older male abused you when you were a child and you had no one to tell it and you couldn't tell, let's say, your mother because she wouldn't be able emotionally to handle it, you wouldn't know what to do. You think
Robin knows all about them. Read a book.
But this is the priest. This is a guy down the street. You got a mother you can run to.
Don't be so heartless. No, you'll read her book. You're going to be opening yourself up to a lot of questions lately, too, you know. You think you're going to be on the hot seat in a couple of weeks.
You'll be under hypnosis.
I don't need any hypnosis.
We're going to be asking you the same question.
I remember any device.
Robin, that laugh is a good defense.
There you go.
You're absolutely right, Dominic.
I know, but
She's
don't
crying
forget,
inside.
Howard had an older man that took him on his bed when he was 16 or 15. So
That's true. We're all victims.
Who did?
You.
The circle's it's in your book. Some guy comes over and wants to show
I
you.
wasn't 16 or 15, you nitwit.
How old were you? 20.
I might have been about 7.
They were dating.
You dummy. You know what? Go eat a hot dog.
Now I'm a dummy, huh?
You know what, man? I see a dog full of blood, I run. I see a priest showing nude pictures to another kid, I run. That's it.
Hey, you know what? That anger is a good defense mechanism, too, isn't it, Dominic?
That's why you know what? I'm just angry nobody ever showed me any naked pictures.
You know what? I was just uncomfortable. I didn't feel threatened, and he wasn't coming on to me. It wasn't like he was rubbing me and saying, "Let's see pictures."
Yeah, but I thought you didn't mean the other day you didn't remember.
He was just being like one of the guys that thought. And
You
like,
hopped out of the bed. You hopped out of the bed.
I
The
didn't.
devices, wait a minute, the devices came out and Ralph doesn't remember what happened and then
No,
they
he was
went to
just
the other room.
he was just like proudly displaying them. He wasn't saying like this is what you do with it, and he wasn't demonstrating. He was just like, oh, I got this stuff.
Hold on. Let me say something, Ralph.
That's not fair.
Yeah, right,
Howard,
sure, right. Let me tell you something, Ralph.
You have not been raised in Catholicism, so you don't understand the power.
Oh, I was half Catholic. Be quiet. Let me tell you something. I understand the power. I don't understand the power of anything.
No, I didn't say
Oh, okay. I don't understand the power of authority. Oh, shut up. He's the authority on everything.
No.
Mr. Law degree. Now
I
he's a
can't believe that
psychiatrist.
the entire community stayed quiet. Not one person could
Let me ask you something. You know so much. How come you eat so much? Let me ask you something.
Yeah, what are you hiding from?
Yeah, what went on in your youth?
No, my wife was in God.
What?
I was talking about my personal.
Oh, want to
Yeah.
probe into everybody else's life.
Yeah. You know so much that I don't know about human nature. Well, why is it you've never sat down and analyzed why you eat so much?
You know what? It's interesting. I've hit everyone on the table. They're all turning on me. Look at this group. Look at these.
I'm going to hang up on you in a minute, and it will be your biggest
You're
punishment.
not opening up.
You know,
Why did you open up? What happened to you and the
it's
priest?
interesting. Look at this. I've got Robin.
Yeah. A priest raped him with a hot dog.
Oh, goodness. Everything had to do with food.
I got to eat more.
The priest made Dominic take 500.
My wife Irma just said you're 100% right.
He must have been abused on the kitchen table.
Did the priest make you eat 500 communion wafers?
I wasn't raised that way. But that is true, that the Catholicism gives that person a great deal of authority.
Fat people are usually victims of sex abuse.
No.
Oh.
They're doing something.
Oh, come on. You know that. They're hiding.
Distorted body image.
That's right.
Out of control.
Most women who are overweight have had some problem.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman.
Well,
Look at this.
try and find your penis.
You actually having me defend myself, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Hang up.
Ralph, let me just understand something. You saw the vibrators and stuff, or devices. You saw the magazines. The period between after you seeing the magazines and then somehow the kid ends up in bed is blank to you.
No, it's not that it's blank, but nothing of
Did you
note
change clothing
happened.
in front of the priest? How did you get your jammies?
I don't remember, Your Honor.
Let me ask a question. Howard.
He doesn't remember the evening.
If
Yeah.
the situation was
I
so
do.
intimidating, at what point do you tell a priest, no, I'm not getting to bed with you two? If it was that huge a bed and that
Oh, I'll tell you how it went.
No, because I was getting on the phone.
After the devices, he said, let's all change into our pajamas and wash up. Ralph's there naked. Pictures were taken.
Oh, pictures?
Ralph was probably in the bed nude.
There were no pictures taken.
There was probably abuse. And then Ralph, after the guilt of the abuse and after his orgasm,
Yes.
he laid down. He said, "I'm getting back onto the floor."
You know, you're a dick.
And then he dressed it up, and then they had another session.
I was hoping you'd be.
And the only thing he remembers is getting out of the bed.
There was no fishing, was there?
Yeah. No time for fishing.
Except for Ralph.
Fishing for me.
Fishing for Ralph's worm.
Fishing for trouser trout.
You know, Ralph, you've ruined the bet for me.
Now you're going to beat up Ralph for being an abused
I was
child?
looking forward to this.
All right. Anyway,
Oh, come on.
Dominic, thank you so much. And tomorrow is the big. And sir, thank you for calling in and corroborating Ralph's story.
Wow, Ralph.
Let me see your heels that you're wearing tomorrow.
Wow, what? Nothing?
Those heels don't show your pretty feet, Ralph.
I don't think my feet are that pretty.
Let me see your feet.
Why do you wear open-toe shoes?
Yeah, little toe cleavage.
And paint your nails nice and red.
Fabian really sold me on these.
Yeah, those are cute. You're going to look really darling in this.
No, wait a second.
By the way, I'm not like Dominic. I don't feel bad for you at all.
No, I don't either. Listen, there's this guy at the store who had a similar. He was like trying, this shop that we went to get this other shop. That's all they sell to transsexuals or whatever. And so there's some guy in there, and he's trying to pair on, but this guy looked like Dan Haggerty. I mean, he was like full facial hair, and he's like strutting around in these.
In those things?
Yeah, and he wasn't. He didn't lose a bet, obvious.
Yeah, he was there for enjoyment.
And he also wasn't dressing up like a girl. He was a man, and I don't know. It was weird.
Just
weird
wanted
scene.
the shoes, huh?
Did we get that on tape? Did you trying on different boots and stuff?
No, you know why? Because I didn't know I'd have to get them yesterday. Because Fabian said, you have to get them today and walk around with them for a little while.
No. Just get everything on tape, will you?
Yes, even your rehearsals of walking.
The things.
No, I haven't walked around in them.
Did you buy a pair of shoes?
Yeah.
Did you go with Fabian to buy the shoes?
Yes.
Get it on tape.
Sorry.
You don't know what you're doing.
Sorry.
You're gonna shave for your. You have to. There's too much hair on your face.
I'll do that on camera.
All right. Well, tomorrow we'll find out how it was when you dressed up in panties.
Maybe this will bring back memories.
And he's gonna tunnel bunny and do a lot of other things.
For the record, I know nothing
Ralph
else happened with the.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. For the record, you don't remember
For the
what
rectory.
happened.
For the rectum.
Thank you. What is it, Papa Foley? I have to take a break.
Our guest is here.
Who is our guest?
Susan Olsen.
Oh, yeah, right.
Cindy Brady.
Yeah. She wants to stop by and say hi.
And we always enjoy it when she does.
Yeah.
I don't get to put my heels on?
So you're going out tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Late tonight.
And he's going to go to some, transsexual clubs and parties.
Maybe.
Is he? He's going to get into the whole life.
Oh, yeah. He's going to experience gay lifestyle.
I'll have to see how much I have to drink.
What are you wearing for a dress?
I'm going to try a bunch of different outfits. I didn't really want to,
You don't want to spoil the fun.
Right. I want to save that for later.
Do you think there's any chance that Ralph goes over to that side and never comes back?
It's possible.
It's possible that he never lets go of that outfit and those pair of shoes.
You're feeling shaky about it? I mean, you're going to have to go out and, ask guys for sexual favors.
The only thing I'm feeling shaky about is like it's really uncomfortable. Like these boots are like really hard to walk in, almost impossible.
Really? Let's see. Put them on.
Yeah, let's see you walk around. Do your thing. Strut your stuff.
He's going to dress up like a girl tonight and go out and ask guys if they need sex.
Now what do
But he's going to clubs too.
Now should I just like stand there and like wait for them to approach me? I mean, I'm not real clear.
No, you should go up and make.
Oh, you got to. You're in. What is that you're putting on? What are those, man?
Those little hose.
Are those hose?
Yes, look at
Oh, you hideous. You are so homo, man. Why do you have to wear fishnets?
Feels good.
Is that what Fabian told you to wear?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. He knows his stuff. I'll give him
What
that.
are all the girls wearing?
You look.
What happened when this guy Fabian, who cuts my hair and is also dressing Ralph up?
Yeah.
Ralph called him up and said, "Oh man, I lost a bet, and I got to dress up like a girl." And what did he say to you?
Darling, you won.
And he's not a transvestite.
And then we're going to get these shoes yesterday, and he's like, he grabs my arm. He goes, this is great. He goes, I never went shoe shopping with a heterosexual or something, a straight guy.
Tell him he still hasn't.
I said to him, well, that's in question.
Yeah, right. You seem to be enjoying this a little too much. He's trying to put a good face on it.
You think?
I think so. Let me see. Where's your booties?
Booties.
How long does it take you to get into your boots?
Hey, man,
Dude, I'm in rush a little bit. I'm doing a show.
I'm trying here, man.
All right, hurry up.
You know,
Yeah,
Ralph
take a
is
break.
always stretching that airtime.
Like a woman.
Yeah. It takes forever to get dressed. We're all standing and waiting. Let's see how pretty your
Maybe
feet
he'll
look,
have
Ralph.
more sympathy for his dates now.
Oh, it's like impossible.
Come on, man. Get your He's on, man.
See what girls
But
go through
Prince
for us?
doesn't complain like that.
Robin, those are actually kind of nice boots.
I was going to say, maybe I'll keep him after Ralph if he'll let him go.
Yeah,
I don't
doubt
think
it.
so. These are in my wardrobe now.
You look so pretty. All right, let me see you walking them.
Want to lick my heels?
Don't tie him all the way up. Just say you stand up.
Well, you have to, or you can't
Dude, you're not going to walk.
Oh, he needs the ankle support.
Yeah. Let me see.
Stand up on the counter.
Walk around. Let me see.
Ooh, makes your calves look pretty.
It looks like
Maybe you should walk down the hall, Howard, and have Ganji get
You
it.
going to shave your legs, dude? You got to shave your legs.
I like the way it lifts your ass.
You look nice.
So walk a little bit, Ralph.
You look pretty.
Put a book on your head.
Boom.
He was trying to tell me how to walk. Like you have to. I don't.
Open for business back there.
Tarzan.
Nice pink baloney.
Are you going to shave your legs? You got hairy legs.
No, I'm just gonna wear hose.
Oh.
You can see that hair.
He's a fella.
Needs a fella.
Like boys.
Likes priest.
You want a date, Jackie?
All right, let's take a break and we'll be back.
He's not going to make it out of the
Tomorrow should be fun as we learn about the story and what happened.
Yeah,
We'll be
what
back.
happened to Ralph last night on the town?
We'll be back right after these words.